everybody! So, today I'm so excited because if you can't tell by my floral ears, I'm doing the Disney tag. Well, you could probably have told by the title. That's probably why you clicked on the video, right? I wrote all the questions down in my notebook, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start. By the way, if you want to know where these lovely ears came from, I made them. So if they're terrible, that's why. If you love them, thank you. Actually, I got a lot of questions when I was in Disney World because I made a pair for me and my mom, and we wore them around. I think we really only wore them at like Epcot. It was hard to wear because they're like super heavy, but I bought like a ton of, here, let me take them off. Whew. I bought a ton of like little flowers from the dollar store. I think this was like $5 to make, and those are like $20. But I thought they were cute, so hopefully you like them. If not, sorry. Okay, so question number 1, a scene in any Disney movie that you wish you could experience. And I have thought about these questions. I was reading over them, and I was trying to think of something in a Disney movie that I would really like you couldn't really do in real life, you know? So I think it's between like Up and like being in the house when all the balloons went up and like flying in the air, because that like can't really happen. So I think that that would be super cool. And the other one I thought that I really kind of think is neat, but I'm too scared to do it, is when Pocahontas at the beginning of the movie, when her and her friend were like running around and everything and she jumped off the cliff. That actually, I think I would love to do that. That looks really cool because it like feels like you're flying, and I could do that in real life, but I'm terrified to do that because I've seen people do that and it's so scary. And I went cliff jumping once and it was not even that high of a cliff and I screamed the whole way down, so I don't know about that. Number 2, an unforgettable moment you've had at the Disney parks. I've only been to Disney World like 3 times. And the past 2 times were really great because the last time was my son's first time, and the time before that was my honeymoon. So I have to say my honeymoon, just because we were only there for 2 days, and it was like the one time that like my husband actually let go and like really kind of like became a little kid again and like enjoyed being there and having so much fun, because he had never been to Disney anything ever. And so it was just really fun to kind of see him, you know, enjoy it and like have fun. So it was really, really fun. Like the whole trip, it was really fun. Number 3, what non-Disney song reminds you of the parks? Okay, I was thinking about this forever, and I have one song in mind, and I feel like no one is going to agree with me, but okay, so there's a backstory to it that I'm going to tell first. So a long time ago, like in the 90s, they came out with all the classic movies. They came out with like the little CDs that like the soundtracks that went with each movie, but they were like, I think they came in like a bundle or something. And I had always played the Lion King soundtrack like all the time. Like when I was home, and I remember when I was little, there what's the song called? I Just Can't Wait to Be King with Simba. There's his version, and then Elton John did a completely different version, and it doesn't even sound like the original Simba version, but that one was on the CD. And I'm not even kidding you, I used to play that song and go under my grandma's bed and pretend I was working on a car. Don't know why, that was just my childhood. And the beginning of that song sounds just like the beginning of Footloose. And I know that's so weird, but every time I hear Footloose, it immediately takes me back to my childhood. I'll see if I can like play 2 of them right here. Hopefully you guys can hear this. So this is the Elton John version. Okay, now I'm going to find Footloose real quick. See, it's kind of similar. Not like a lot. I don't know. know, maybe that's weird. Maybe that's weird that I think that, but I don't know. Every time I hear Footloose, that's what it reminds me of. Okay, so number 4, your first visit to a Disney park. I think I was 3. I was either 3 or 4, and it was Disneyland, and we had gone there to see my Papa Joe, and we went with our, like, my uncle, my mom, and my grandma, and so we all went. So I remember going there because we also went to Universal, and that's the only time, like, I've ever been to Universal. Let's see. Number 5, what Disney character would you pick for your best friend? Okay, so I've had a lot of thought about this, and I haven't seen anybody say this at all, but I definitely think I would pick Genie, because Aladdin loved him, and he was like Aladdin's best friend. And I was thinking about all these princesses, but then I'm like, you know, really? I think I'd pick Genie, because even after the 3 wishes, he was still Aladdin's best friend, but like, he changed into so many different things, and he could turn into the magic carpet, he could turn into like anything he wanted. So sometimes that would probably be pretty awesome, or he could probably take you traveling, or like, I don't know. I just think Genie would be the coolest best friend. Number 6, favorite Disney princess. My favorite Disney princess is Pocahontas. And it makes me really mad because there isn't Pocahontas anything anywhere ever, except for like, they have like toddler stuff and like little dolls and baby dolls and stuff, but it just, I don't know. I love Pocahontas. She's strong-willed, she's real, for one. She's Native American, and I have that in my blood. Number 7, a movie scene that always makes you cry. There are so many Disney movies make me bawl my eyes out, but the one that stands out in my mind right now is Baymax. Baymax, when he died and like tried to save Hero. Oh my god, it was so sad. I cry every time I watch it. But also, another one that I also haven't heard anybody talk about is when Simba's dad died. When Mufasa got hit with the stampede and Scar killed him, and then Simba's like all by himself. Oh my god, it makes me like get kind of choked up just thinking about it. That is such a sad scene in the movie because he like watched his dad die and then he thought it was all his fault. I think that trumps Baymax. Baymax will be number 2. Simba's definitely. Mufasa and Simba's number 1. Number 8, first movie you remember seeing. I hate this question because when I try to think about movies when I first saw them, I even asked my mom and she's like, I honestly have no clue. She said probably a princess movie, but once I start thinking about them, they all just kind of run together. But I'm gonna go with Snow White or Bambi, or probably the first ones that I saw, because I remember watching a cartoon with a lot of deer in it, and I know that there's deer in Snow White and there's deer in Bambi, so I'm gonna go with one of those 2, and those are kind of like, I don't know, I don't really like those movies that much, but I haven't really seen them in a really long time either, but I'm gonna go with Bambi or Snow White. Let's see. Number 9, favorite Disney movie. Alice in Wonderland. The original Alice in Wonderland, not the Johnny Depp one, although I love both of those. I just went and saw the second one the other day with my best friend, and I love them. They're funny, but they're also kind of creepy, and the original Alice in Wonderland is just so cute. I think it's really funny. It makes me laugh. It's so colorful, and I love like the songs in it, you know, like the Very Own Birthday. They didn't do that in the new ones. There's just a lot of songs and a lot of stuff that they don't do in the new movies that I really love. Favorite Disney villain. Cruella de Vil. Because she, well, okay, when I was little, people called, like, my nickname was Cruella de Vil. They called me that only because of my hair. When, like my natural hair color, I have like a white stripe, like a streak in my hair, and so my hair is like white and brown, and I got called that all the time when I was little, and kids are just mean, but she was just, I don't know, like the idea of Cruella, she's like fancy and all about her fur and fashion, but she's also like a psychopath. To me, like 101 Dalmatians was like, usually every princess movie has the villain, but like there was no princess in this movie. Cruella was just an evil person and just wanted to kill dogs and take their fur, and I feel really bad about that because people, you don't do that. with dogs. But I don't know, I just really like her. And then, you know, like if you watch Once Upon a Time, Cruella in that show, I love her. She's hilarious. She's also crazy, but she's funny. And I love the darling. That's like my favorite. Number 11, least favorite movie. I don't know, probably Snow White or Bambi, but I don't know. I also really kind of didn't like The Fox and the Hound. I didn't really like that one that much, but I also haven't seen it in a while. So there isn't really any like recent movies that I don't really like, but I think those three are like my least favorite that I've actually seen. So many people say The Sword and the Stone. I've never even seen that. I can't remember. I don't think I've ever seen it. So that can't be on the list of least favorites, but I don't know. You know what though? The Hunchback of Notre Dame has the creepiest villain in it possible. So that one kind of freaks me out a little bit. Okay, number 12, favorite Disney song. My favorite Disney song is when Cinderella sings A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. That song makes me wish I could sing like her. And it's just so pretty. And it's like, I don't know, when I think of princesses singing, that song is just, it's so beautiful. And I have the Cinderella movie, and I was super bummed that in the new Cinderella that they didn't do that song, because that's like I feel like that's a really iconic song. And then, you know, like she starts singing, and then they like the birds shower her with the sponge, and she's like, you know, go watch it if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a good movie. Number 13, what character has your personality or dream personality? And I was trying to think about this, and I don't know. I feel like I kind of could relate to like Aladdin, or I don't know. I don't know. Dream personality, probably like Rapunzel, because she's like, I don't know. She's funny, but she's like very strong-willed and determined. I really, really like her personality. But I don't know whose closest personality I'd be. I still feel like I want to say maybe Alice. Maybe Alice from Alice in Wonderland, just because she's such a dreamer, and I constantly am dreaming about impossible things, and like I swear my world is just completely in color. Like some people just live in black and white. I can't do that. So maybe Alice. Maybe Alice is my, what did it say? So Alice, I guess I have the personality of Alice. My dream personality is probably Rapunzel. Number 14. If you could change any scene from a Disney movie and why? And I don't know. I don't really know if I have any. If I had to change, I really like pretty much every Disney movie, but if I had to change a scene, it would be the creeper from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. The villain in that movie, when he sings that song about Esmeralda, and he talks about like, if you're not gonna be with me, then you're gonna burn, and blah, it's just creepy. It's like, it's really creepy. And I feel like kids watch that. When I was little, I didn't know how much of a creeper he was, and I went back and watched it when I was an adult, and I was like, So that would definitely, I think, be the scene I would change. Number 15, if you got stuck on any ride for 30 minutes, what would it be? So I was thinking about this because when we went to Disney World last year, we got stuck for a little bit on a Haunted Mansion. And some people were telling me, oh yeah, they stop you in the cemetery. No, we were in the cemetery for a good 15 minutes. It wasn't like you just stopped for like a minute and a half and then you start again. It was, I'm pretty sure the ride was broken down, and it was terrifying because I was in the dark in the cemetery. I was freaked out. Everything was still flying over you and it was still going, and I was staring right at the cemetery. I hate being in cemeteries. So that's a ride I wouldn't want to be stuck on because it happened. But if I had to get stuck on a ride, maybe like the Little Mermaid or the Finding Nemo one, just because they're so bright and like colorful and fun. The songs are cute. Maybe that one. I don't know. And number 16, the last question, who is your favorite Disney sidekick? And by far, my favorite Disney sidekick is Mushu. Why? Because yes, it's Eddie Murphy's voice and it reminds me of Donkey. If Donkey was, you know, if Shrek was a Disney movie, I would totally pick Donkey, but it's not, so I'm going with Mushu. He's funny, he's tiny, but he's got like that, what is it called, like the small man syndrome, or tiny man, small syndrome, whatever, I don't know what it's called. You know what I mean? He's little and he thinks he's big and he acts all big and tough. He's so cute. I love Mushu. He's funny. I think that movie probably wouldn't be as good if Mushu wasn't in it. That's it. That's all the questions. 16 questions. I'll actually write all the questions down below. If you guys want to do them and tag me in your video and I'll watch your video, or if you know anybody else, tag them. This is for everybody that watches this video. I want you guys to do this tag too. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys next week, and have a magical day. The fish on the land ain't happy. It's hot 'cause they're in the cold. But fishing